Hello everyone. We have like 2 missions to do today. 2 missions left in Quebec. That's just about it. It's gonna be a light day today. Gosh, the loading screens for these are insane. So long. I guess we can start by just driving some vehicles back. This guy we will go to get some repairs as well. It's gonna be needed. Let me get some game audio in here. Yeah. Just finished work like half an hour ago. I usually stream way later, but we're gonna do a shorter stream today. I'm just gonna finish these 2 missions. Then we're gonna go live tomorrow. I'm playing some RoadCraft. We should go up the mountain here to the right, I think. Would probably be the right choice. Maybe even go back that way if we wanted to. But nah. Let's go this way. It'll be fine. Looked at some statistics for the game today. It's actually quite interesting. Somehow Don region with 2 maps is smaller than Tennessee with just 1 map combined. Like half as big. Which makes me think that the only reason I liked Don was because it was short. Made me feel good. Fast. Fast. Great song to start on today. Very Zen music. Wing wing. Yes. There you get to the watchtower, I think. It's not where we're going. This is always just full of mud. This place is horrendous. Not that bad this time. Actually, alright. My volume like really low. A little bit. Somewhere around there maybe. Messed about with my settings a bunch during last stream. So now I'm all over the place. Loving your gaming vibe. Love to get to know you better. Seems like you have requested to be banned. Nice. Nice. Do 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 do. Come on, buddy. Turn it up so we can get some fuel here, and then we'll go down to the port and get some repair parts over there. That should be pretty good. I think we can go directly from the port back to the garage as well. We don't have to go back here. It's not needed. Not needed. Tomorrow, we never have to worry about damage anymore. Can't wait. Can't wait. Ow. Rude. Rude. Last stream I literally made a backflip with a truck. This truck even. Running into a tree, so maybe we should be a little bit careful with that. Don't think that's healthy. Okay. Here is the gateway. We just double check so we don't have any tasks that I've missed. Only 2. Only 2. All done. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright, we were gonna get repair parts. That was the plan. Right, we're gonna have to bring cargo containers from here as well. Maybe I should leave this guy here for a little while then. Might actually be worth it. All the tires in the world. Repair. That's that. How many vehicles do we have here now? Only the Mac Pinnacle left. And he has that like worthless 3 slots trailer, right? Which I can kinda just leave here. Yeah. Okay. We'll go back with that then. I think we still want to do the last few missions with the crocodile actually. Just makes more sense. No, not the crocodile, the elephant. There's too many animals in this game now, I've become confused. Let's put some fuel into myself. Detached trailer. And then we'll drive this guy back first. Because he's more likely to tip over. He is more likely to tip over. All right. Off we go. Snowdrift. Come on. Not that deep mud. We can make it through without any issue. We should have plenty of traction. These tires are like fantastic. Oop. Yeah, we have 2 big missions to do. One with an 8-slot trailer, and then the other one I'm not sure what we need for it. This is why we went with this guy first, because I drive like a maniac with this guy. More or less just asking to tip over. Careful. Careful. And fucking wheel spin for days. Finished the intro to the precinct today as well. Not today, yesterday. Which was actually pretty cool. I'm looking forward to see what comes from that game. It feels like the old school GTA games, but you're playing as the cops. Premise is just really cool. It's like all 2.5D kind of viewpoints. Good amount of humor, that kind of 80s aesthetics to everything. Why are we running out of fuel? Did I not refuel before I left? I guess I didn't. I guess I didn't. Now that Quebec is done, we should have at least one more season from the year pass. And if it follows the same kind of cadence as the rest of them, there should be a larger map. Because every fourth have always been 4 maps large. Last one was North Carolina, I think. And this is the third one that is only 2 maps. Do. Bow, bow, bow. Okay. Yeah, this cargo thing seems quite kinda easy, but I'm not sure it is. I guess it should be fine with heavier vehicles. If you do it with like lighter vehicles, either you have to go twice, or you're not actually doing it that easily. Using the Pinnacle would probably be a disaster, because the 8-slot trailer is a nuisance. Off we go. Turn. Turn. One of the last opportunities to see the Northern Lights as well. I haven't seen it, and get out of here, video game. Every time in the same corner as well. Ah, that's annoying. Okay. Okay. Maybe we have some tires on the Elephant we can just utilize. I don't really care about the damage to the suspension and stuff, but the tire kind of annoys me. No rush here. You allowed to have like bright white lights like that? The rear of a truck? Maybe in America you're allowed to. Okay. Looks like we'll make it to the garage at least. So slippery. So slippery. There, give him some tires. There. And let's see if we give a bunch of these guys whatever fuel they need. Elephant. Trunk repairs. Fill that up. That should be pretty good. And since it's empty now, I'm gonna take this off. Don't need that. Then we can go here. You are already repaired. Can take everything off you. Put you into the garage. And then we have the Elephant, Mercer, and the Earth Roamer. Super heavy. Hello, Evie. How we doing today? Welcome in, happy Monday. Hope your week has started out pleasantly. Do I want to go now or do I want to go back with the pinnacle first? Let's do one mission now. Doing good. What about you? I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. Hard to complain. We're just about to finish up SnowRunner. I was gonna do it this weekend, but yeah, there was more to do than I kinda expected. So we get a wild Monday stream today. How about it? Yeah, I can go this way. I can go this way. Come on. Didn't think of the fact that the trailer is actually quite big. But we can get it past here. Jewelry, right? There we go. There we go, and with a little bit of luck we'll get to the loading point with daylight as well. That would be kinda cool. Hard to complain about that. Watching a lot of RoadCraft, and it is a struggle to not have like endless amount of just spoilers at this point. There's so many who has somehow gotten access to the game already. But it is rough. It's nice to see everyone go and really point out that the game is gonna be completely different to SnowRunner. I think that's gonna be crucial for the game to succeed. Actually having people understand that it's a construction sim, it's not a driving sim. You'd think that them doing that automatic thing with all cargo, you'd think that would tell people that, oh wait, maybe this is not actually like SnowRunner. But then again, probably not. So, do I remember how to get past this? We go straight out here and then we go hard right up on these rocks here. Some routes just get stuck in your head. This is one of them. Go in between the rocks. Try to take it slow so we don't get a bunch of damage. Come on. You silly machine. Then we hold far out to the left. far to the left. Go right. Go right. Come on. There you go. These guys can actually haul ass a little bit when you put this gearbox on it. Not like super fast, but for a heavy, it can move. It can move. That's not a tree you can knock over. I wonder how this it's like an anchor or something we need to deliver. I haven't looked at any of the content for this map still, so I'm curious to see what that's all about. Right after these cargo containers, we will have to do that. Probably go and bring the other trucks back into the garage first. But yeah. It's on the to-do list. Guess we can go through the town now. I've been able to do that very often. Since we fixed the water pipes. Come on, elephant. Go. Go here. Why did brake not work? Hi, Yadai. It didn't even trigger. The fuckers have changed the... Get out of here. Gas station spoiled my brake anyway. Yeah. Okay, I actually don't care for fixing that. It's just a short stream today, so we'll do it without any commands. Sorry. Apparently I downloaded an update just before the stream. I didn't realize that they changed all of the memory values when they updated the game. I thought it was just a small patch, but apparently not. Apparently not. RoadCraft, I'm going to play till Wednesday. I'll check out your spoils tomorrow. Yeah. I'll try to be live tomorrow as soon as possible when I get home. But we'll see. I need to get into the office tomorrow for work, so probably won't be live until like maybe half an hour from now or something like that tomorrow. But I'm so excited. I think that game is gonna be amazing. It's just gonna be so satisfying to just be like plonking around in the world a little bit, building some roads every now and then. I don't know. I think it's gonna be fantastic. I can't wait for the community to absolutely hate it because it's not like SnowRunner. Almost like they didn't learn anything from Expeditions. It's gonna be great. There's a new patch, yeah. I didn't even think of it. For some reason it did not cross my mind. Shit happens, I guess. I would do pattern matching for the memory points if I knew how to do that. But I don't understand how you're supposed to get a pattern that doesn't change when everything in the game changes. So I just don't do that. I kind of understand the theory behind it, like how it's supposed to work. But none of the values I'm looking for are static, so the hell am I looking for? We'll just use Cheat Engine every time the game updates and we'll add it manually. It's fine. It's fine. It's actually not that bad. It's like two memory points I usually need to find. Everything else is more or less on the same spot, except for when they add completely new aspects to the game. Okay. Let's go get this loaded up. Nothing like a little bit of some 8-slot trailer action. Best way to finalize the game after all. You're gonna play RoadCraft on the Switch? Does it even release on Switch? I think it does, right? Has 2 missions. They take 2 hours each because of that 8-slot. Shh! No. They take 2 hours combined, okay? And I've been live for 40 minutes now and I haven't even started it. So shut up. So let's go here. Let's get some repair points. And let's turn this around. Well, I would turn it around if the truck actually, like, turned. No Switch release. Doesn't sound like Mac or Switch 2 will be supported either. A couple of days ago, they finally announced that it would be playable on Steam Deck. Yeah. I think they didn't really name it as playable. They said they would look for it to be labeled as playable. Which could literally just mean that there's some text that is hard to read. Because like the playable tag for Steam Deck is still like way more than considered playable, in my mind at least. So I'm optimistic. I think with some lowering of graphics, you should be able to play it on the Steam Deck without issue. Some people even played the demo on the Steam Decks and didn't have too much issue, I think. Which is exciting. Implication I got is that it would support mid-level graphics, which is fine with me. But I tried to get it running better. Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of my understanding as well, that they were gonna make it run, but maybe not with all the eye candy on, so to say. I don't remember, did the demo have DLSS? I have this faint memory that there was no DLSS in the demo, but I'm probably wrong about that, to be honest. I just read about the DLSS and I kind of got excited for a second, and then I realized that, wait, they were probably in the demo as well. Because that can be huge. Not for the Steam Deck, of course, but just in general performance. It's possible to play the demo on Steam Deck if you manually install the prototype version of Proton. Yeah. Should be said as well that since the demo was not actually supported by the Steam Deck, like Steam didn't really have any incentives to make it run on the Steam Deck either. So I think now that it actually releases and it's supposed to be running on the Steam Deck, I can imagine Steam being more interested in making it work as well. Which means that Proton and things like that is probably gonna update a lot faster. I don't know if we've received a graphics driver for RoadCraft yet either. Should probably make sure that we have all of that updated as well. Especially me being on one of the newer cards. Yesterday I was just moving around some trucks before bed, and the game just kept crashing on me. I almost never have SnowRunner crash unless I'm doing something stupid to it. Yesterday it crashed like 3 times in one go, without me doing anything. Once when I was selling a trailer, one time when I was driving up on the driveway to the garage, like I didn't even enter the garage, I just drove up onto the parking area. And then I think it crashed once when I crossed the bridge just before the garage as well. Just like super unusual for me, to be honest. I do not have crashing issues very often. But I do kind of need to reformat my computer at some point. I was hoping I would do it before RoadCraft, but RoadCraft releases tomorrow, so that's probably not gonna happen. Yeah. It'll be the first time I play a Saber Interactive game on Steam as well. The Switch wheel still doesn't have save truck trailer locations on the map. If you don't have them sold, tucked into the garage, they disappear when you reload the game. Wait, what? Is that a bug or is that like intended? That sounds insane. Surely that's just a bug, right? Like that's not even... It's part of a huge bug, yeah. I was like, wait, that's literally you telling me they're not saving game state? Which is the whole point of saving. After I posted, the devs actually contacted me some days to get details. Oh, really? Cool. This is probably not where we want to be. Yeah, I've been playing SnowRunner for this whole time on Epic. It's the only game I play on Epic. And now I'm finally gonna get to play RoadCraft on Steam. I'm sure it's gonna be completely different to playing on Epic. It saves mission state, but the vehicles all delete unless you have a truck already on the map prior to that upgrade date that broke it. Oh, they don't even go back to the garage, like they're actually deleted. Are you joking? You just lose your truck if it's on the... That's insane. That's actually insane. I thought it just went bad. They are gone. You recover to the garage yourself, it'll save there, but not in the world map. Wow. That seems like quite a blunder. Not gonna lie. Which means that if the game crashes as well, that's the same thing, right? I imagine the Switch maybe doesn't crash very often. But like, if it does, then you just lose all of your trucks. And Switch doesn't have any like backup save either, as far as I'm aware. So if it crashes, you just lose your trucking and are screwed. And mods are so limited, you probably can't even fix it with like a money mod or something. First time I actually got the cross-platform save system to work, so I moved my 100% save from Switch over to Steam. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I didn't even know you could actually move saves from Switch over to Steam. I know in between like Steam and Epic you could do it. But yeah, it crashes, you get the last autosave with no trucks saved. That is so stupid, honestly. That is so dumb. That is absolutely... The fact that they left that in Season 15 as well. Like, what? I know Switch is like, it's a nightmare to develop for, so I kind of understand why it happened. But honestly, they should have just not released Season 15 on Switch then. It should just have been pulled in the first place. But yeah, clearly Switch is not their biggest priority, and I think SnowRunner released like 2 or 3 years later on Switch, right? Than it did on other devices and equipment. So yeah, Switch was probably just a money grab for the studio, I imagine, or publisher, more likely. Just the easy way to sell some extra copies. Probably only like 20 people playing on Switch anyway. I think there's more than you'd think actually, Ragnar. I hear a lot of people talking about their experience on the Switch. I don't think it's just Lone Jedi. It is... Switch is like huge. Anything that you print Nintendo on, you can kind of just expect there to be a lot of users. They're not very loud, unless it's about Zelda. But yeah, you should kind of just expect there to be a lot of users. I want to hope that I'm somehow largely alone with this problem, because I haven't seen any complaints on the Discord forums, but it's 100% repeatable for me. Suppose there's something corrupt in my save file. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. So it's not actually for everyone then, it's more specifically for you that the issue is. I thought it was for everyone, it sounded insane. No, I know there's loads of Switches. I have 2. SnowRunner is already a niche. I can't be many people on the Switch. I don't know if Nintendo has some way for us to check that. Honestly, I have no clue. I also haven't seen any sales numbers for SnowRunner on Switch. I just know that Nintendo is this like insanely big community that really just doesn't take any place unless it's first party titles. Only met 2 other Switch runners on your stream. Oh, really? You'd think there would be more, but maybe I'm wrong. I'm sure I can be wrong. It just feels like there should be more. I feel like everyone and their fucking cat has a Switch. Come on, trailer. Wiggle yourself free already. I love the bend on these trailers. That is so satisfying. You get lost already? Hey, Ragnar, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it. There's a double handful on the Discords. You buy Switch to play Zelda, Mario, and Animal Crossing. Yeah. I guess it is a quite underpowered device, and I kind of wouldn't even expect SnowRunner to run on Switch. But I think they have like gutted the game quite a bit for it to actually run on Switch in the first place. I know they do that with a lot of games. They just kind of limit texture resolutions and things like that. Played Fortnite on Switch once. I wanted to wash my eyes with soap. Oh, it was like 19 FPS, really? You don't really think that Fortnite would be something that was like hard to run, right? You'd think that would be kind of simple. It runs really well, but overall graphics quality is considerably English is hard. Lower than on PC. Yeah, and that makes sense. Like, even when Switch came out, this was kind of underpowered. And, like, today, your old Pentium is gonna do better. First party titles run really well though. Yeah, they're like super optimized for that, and Nintendo have a art style that is super kind to horrendous image quality. It's like if you actually look at the textures of their first party titles, they also look like shit. It's just that the art style itself is really kind to games looking like shit. Like SnowRunner, if you have a bad texture in SnowRunner, it becomes really clear. Zelda do look kind of decent. I would not agree. It's a lot of smoothing, a lot of motion blur. Textures might be high resolution, but there is almost no post-processing on it. Well, and with high resolution, I'm like comparing to other games on the Switch. But yeah. It'll be interesting to see if they go in the idea of using AI in the future. Hello? What do we have here? Nice, they're casting the anchor as we speak. At this rate, we should be able to meet the deadline just fine. Keep up the good work, and here's your pay. Only 28 grand for it. That is the anchor, yes. That is the anchor. The anchor goes to the port, right? Yeah. I think we'll try to do that with the Pinnacle, actually. Why not, right? You save that one for your very last mission. Same for me, same for me. I am on my last mission. Don't understand the Switch 2 pricing. Everyone was complaining about the Switch 2 pricing. You can either buy Switch 2 or you can buy PlayStation 5. Yeah. A lot of people were talking about that it's because of the tariffs, which I guess makes sense. But yeah. Electronics today is all over the place, man. It is really expensive. The Nintendo tax as well, yeah. Yeah. That is true. That is true. It's like anything else that has a brand, you know. Do I need to be attached to the trailer to be able to use the repair parts for it as well? That kind of makes sense, I guess. There we go. Wait, that's a low saddle. Fuck. Okay. I still want to do it with this guy because I think the Pinnacle has been the MVP of this region, so we can finalize the region with the Pinnacle as well. Tariffs are only US, it's stupid price everywhere. Yeah, but like it impacts the whole world to some extent. But yeah, I don't think it's only tariffs, of course. Nintendo is interested in money just like any other company in the world, so. At the end of the day, Nintendo is also just another corporation looking for more money. I actually don't even know what the Switch 2 is priced at. I have no interest in it. But I've heard a lot of people talk about it. And usually when there's enough people talking about it, it's relevant enough. So yeah. I don't have any expectations at all to get a Nintendo Switch. I was thinking of getting a normal Switch just because I was kind of curious of playing the latest Zelda game on it. But then I was like, nah, I have a Steam Deck. I don't need that. I can just emulate it if I actually want to play it. And I can play it at way better quality and performance. But let's not do that. Let's not do that. $400, that doesn't sound too bad. Honestly, that doesn't sound too bad if you compare it to other handhelds. Yeah, but even then, like a Switch today is what, 200? I don't know. I don't think that sounds ludicrous. I was kind of expecting it to be like 600-700 maybe. Like one of the premium devices for NEA or something. Like $400, that's what you get to pay if you want to buy like a Steam Deck, right? That's like $399 now. For some of those models. And that's getting in ages right now, so I imagine that's going to be about the same power of components as the Steam Deck has. Or the Switch has. You can buy an Xbox Series S or PlayStation 5 for the same price. Yeah, sure. But you can't take that on the trip to Maldives to watch your favorite football team eat bananas with the monkeys, right? But you can take your Switch. Like, there's always going to be a premium for a handheld device. I think that honestly, I'm surprised it's only 400. I expected it to be way more. From what I've heard from people, I was like, oh wow, are they like going for the 4-digit numbers at this point? Is that what we're doing? Are we just below the 4-digit numbers now? Portability in couch play is one of major motivations. That's how I feel when with the Switch and Steam Deck crowds. Yeah. Both consoles have an app that lets you play anywhere. PC has PS Portal as well. There are ways. Yeah, of course. But then you can compare it with a PC as well, right? Because you can do Steam Link anywhere as well. But that's not really the same. You don't get the same experience out of that as you get from a dedicated portable device. It's just way more. Yeah. I don't know. I actually don't think that sounds too unhinged. But what is like a Switch right now? If you buy one that's like the older generation, wasn't those like 200, 250 euros? Something like that? It's like seeing a price increase over multiple years like that. I don't think that, nah. I don't agree. People are just looking for ways to be negative nowadays. I don't know why that is, but like, can we just enjoy shit? If you can't afford it, if you don't have the money to buy a Switch 2, then just fucking don't. Not life ending. You'll survive. You can play on your Switch for another year and then wait for the Switch 2 to go down in price a little bit and you can buy a new one. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. It's not the end of the world. It is, in fact, not the end of the world. Good lord, do I wish I had a high saddle on this now. Gosh darn it. I don't know, I think we're seeing that in like old technology today. The 50 series for the Nvidia cards as well was like insanely overpriced compared to other hardware. So yeah, I think that's just an unfortunate aspect of the market we're living in at the moment. Everything is so volatile, you never really know what to expect. Things change overnight. I saw they added some more steering wheel support as well for RoadCraft, which is really good to see actually. The fact that they've been working on that is... It looked like an ad when they advertised it, but yeah. The fact that they actually have it in mind is nice, because the demo didn't really play very well on a steering wheel, to be honest. I had intentions to play on either a controller or even on mouse and keyboard. But now I'm like, maybe I should try at least. We can try playing on the steering wheel. I know they did some changes to how the crane works and things like that as well. So maybe it will be actually playable on a steering wheel. It's cool to have, but I think you'll need controllers for cranes. So how I played it when I was playing on the demo, you were able to use your mouse as like a joystick almost. It would be really cool if they like supported something like a farm stick or something like that. I think both Thrustmaster and Logitech, have that now as an option. It would be really cool if they supported that. But yeah, you were able to use like your mouse as a joystick. It was just really finicky, And the way that inputs work, it kind of cut off your input from the steering wheel sometimes. And it was kind of awkward. So if they have fixed that, which I'm doubting, I think that is the same issue they have with SnowRunner, where SnowRunner cannot handle multiple inputs. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. We'll see though. We'll see though. SnowRunner actually works pretty well with cranes. But SnowRunner cranes works a little bit differently as well. You don't really need to bother with how you connect to items and things like that. It's just a little bit more simplistic than the RoadCraft one. We'll see. We get to try it out tomorrow. Tomorrow. Do. That guy. I guess we can get rid of the crane as well. Make this a little bit easier. Did I take the high saddle? I did, right? It'd be typical for me to put back on the low saddle and then go. You're empty on everything, right? Yes. Do we have one or two of those? We have one. So I can't really sell this trailer because I think we have one trailer on in the game already. I think we got one. So I haven't actually bought that one. And I don't sell any trailers that I haven't bought. Last mission. Quebec. Is there a way to see how much time you've spent in a region? No, just how far you have driven. They should really have like a time played. Only found total time played overall. Yeah, that's available through like Epic as well. But it would be interesting to see how much time you've spent. I can usually go back and just watch my VODs. But it would be nice to have a place where you can just see how much time you've spent in each region. It feels like data that's not too hard to track either, so... Dawn was definitely my speedrun. Dude, I actually mentioned it, I think, before you showed up here. I was looking at some like data mined data from SnowRunner. And apparently the game loves to lag a little bit. Yeah, so Dawn is the smallest region in all of SnowRunner by area. It's like 2K in size, total size, over 2 maps, which is even smaller than Tennessee. I did not realize that Dawn is so small. But yeah, those maps are actually tiny, like ridiculously small. It's like a 1 to 1 kilometers squared map, each of them. Which makes sense. That really tells you why they were able to finish that so fast, or why we were able to finish that so fast. These maps are like half of one big map. I liked Dawn. I think Dawn was a lot of fun. It's just my biggest problem I have right now is like, okay, did I enjoy Dawn because it gave me like this fake feeling of being good at the game? Maybe. Could be. It's definitely a possibility. But yeah, Dawn was really good. Up until I think British Columbia, I probably would have rated Dawn as one of my favorite maps. The Drift King is strong today. Another fun thing is that North Carolina is apparently the biggest map in SnowRunner with the most tasks and contests. There's also something I didn't know. I read Reddit. So we bring this anchor, which I guess is not the anchor I thought it was. I was expecting a boat anchor, but this is not a boat anchor, I think. It looked like something completely different. Looks like something completely different. Oil platform floater anchor. Okay. No clue what that is. I have zero experience. I'm not American. I don't know how oil works. That's not my thing. I have no invasion experience when it comes to oil, so I haven't really had the use for the knowledge on how to extract oil. Hold on, why is there... Are these stop signs a bug, or can I just push them aside? Please tell me I can push them aside. Oh, you just clip straight through them. Okay. Gotcha. Bug ghosts, yeah. I don't know what the fuck I'm reversing up to, but it's definitely not this trailer. I'm so busy looking at the ghosts. Animation with the last mission shows them dropping, but then it forgets. Yeah. Looks like a big shotgun shell. Is that what oil mining is? It's just a big shotgun. Would definitely be the American way of drilling. Yeah, right. I think that makes sense. I think that makes sense. So how much does this thing weigh? I feel like it's pretty heavy. Feel like it is pretty heavy. It has a weight printed on it, actually. I think it was 2,000 pounds. It's definitely not accurate. If there's anything I learned about SnowRunner, it's that the fucking weights are never correct. 20 tons, yeah. I don't think that's accurate. Could be wrong, though. But yeah, it says 20 tons, so maybe. That would make it one of the heavier missions in SnowRunner, to be honest. This truck has so much power as well. In-game model could be anywhere, yeah. This truck has so much power as well, it's kind of hard to tell. I think this could probably pull more or less anything as long as it's not too much mud. Yeah, Pinnacle has been absolutely amazing, to be honest. What a brilliant truck. I always have like one truck each region that I feel like just did way more than all the other trucks. This region, definitely the Pinnacle. By far. Nothing other than annoyance before I unlock this. It is swaying kinda scarily though. I feel like it's actually way more tippy than it gives credits for. And if it's actually 20 tons, it's gonna tip me with it. I can promise you that much. While we have a lot of power, there is not a lot of weight. Let the elephant do most of the work for me. Just because it was new. It was a little frustrating to use sometimes, adding a little difficulty. Yeah, elephant is an interesting truck actually. I really like that one. But I used it a lot in the beginning. It kind of took me through the majority of the first part of the map. And it's missing a little bit of power. So for these kind of things where you're just driving on a road, more or less, I think there's better vehicles to use. But that all bridges have 500,000 in traction every time. Don't really need all-wheel drive, do I? Probably not. Yeah, I like both of the trucks in this region, to be honest. I think the Mercer is a little bit too light for the 6-slot trailer that I was using for the majority of the time. But I think using like a 5-slot semi on the Mercer is probably really good. Like, I think that's gonna be... That's probably the sweet spot for that truck. Maybe logs as well, to be honest. It's probably doing logs fairly decently. Should I not see the yellow marker already? I'm going to the wrong place. Did I bamboozle myself? Can't be. Doo-doo. I think I would have used the elephant more if I realized how much better the multi-purpose gearbox is. I was using the off-road one for a really long time and it was just super slow. But yeah, with the multi-purpose, the elephant can actually haul ass a little bit. It's pretty good. Pretty good. The fact that it doesn't have chains as well is also... I'm a huge proponent of chain tires, man. It's just so good. Wow, did we downshift all the way to first gear? Crazy. Crazy. This guy's out of his mind. No. Let's not take the shortcut. Let's not be a dumbass. Let's be smarter than that. Let's be smarter than that. Okay. Going downwards is kind of scary because it's very heavy. Okay. It might actually be 20 tons. This is gnarly. Yeah, it's been a long time since I've been swearing at a vehicle that I've been swearing at the elephant. I think probably when I was religiously using the P12 last. Probably last time I swore the way I did. It's just something with vehicles that feels like they don't have any ponies under the hood at all. It's just different. It's just different. It's not even anger, it's like disappointment somehow. If you can actually be disappointed in a game. I learned that you can avoid that stutter. Apparently that happens when your like USB driver fucks up. It just happens a lot for me. Especially if my steering wheel is connected. Apparently you can just turn that off with some patch of some sort. Not mad, just disappointed. That's me with the elephant. I was just... It's so heavy in the butt that front tires would just stop steering. Yeah, either that or you're having complete like axle freeze going up a little hill. Because there's like a minuscule rock somewhere. I feel like that was probably the one that I annoyed myself the most with. Even though I did notice that sometimes it kind of was weird to drive as well. But yeah, the axle freeze, I hate that. Hate that. Kept getting axle freeze on the pontoon bridges. I think that's a bug. It's like your trailer is fusing with the pontoons. I had that once as well. But like my nemesis place for this is definitely right here. Like this trip up here. Every single time I went, I was just so angry. Because that fucking 8-slot trailer freezes your axles every time. That hill is crazy hard to climb. Yeah, and it doesn't even look that hard. It's like a little bit of an incline. But it doesn't look that bad. But it is horrendous. It's just the worst. I think we'll go on this side. Last time I got stuck in between the legs on this thing. So let's not do that again. Alright. I'm here with your anchor. It's not actually an anchor, it's a large shotgun shell. Please enjoy your oil drilling. Looking good. Alright. Oh, that's cool. Yo. Neat. Neat. Bingo! And off it goes to get black gold for us. I hope the new platform can deliver. Anyway, congratulations. Our company would like to thank you for all your efforts. As for me, I think a Fiji vacation is in order. I agree. I need a Fiji vacation. I think that should tell us 100%. Damn, son. 100% everything. All of it. Nuts. Nuts and bolts. And bolts with nuts. Nice indeed. Yes. Now we just have a little bit of cleanup left to do. And then we are officially ready for RoadCraft. What a day. What a day. Up the mountain we go. I was already in all-wheel drive. Few things that is as satisfying as seeing 100% in video games. There's just something with it. How many of these do I miss? I don't think I'm ever gonna do this one. I think just out of spite we'll just leave this achievement. Fuck the Tatooine. This one I'm actually a little bit ashamed about. The fact that I've done 90% and not 100 is tough. Drive a red color. No. Wrong color. 5368 to deliver at least 10 cargo in Michigan or Alaska. That could be kind of fun. Travel through every region on a single tank of fuel. Wait, every region? Where exactly? Picked up all the Chivas up on base game on Switch. We copied the save over to Steam. Suddenly they popped all of them on my Steam profile. It was very rewarding, I can imagine. Every region is just a base game, 3 regions. But how do you drive in between regions? That doesn't make any sense. You can't drive from Michigan to Alaska. Are they just saying like deploy your truck in every region without refueling? So it's okay. Okay. Use a telescopic crane to raise a special objective semi-trailer at least 5 meters above the ground. Some of these are so weird. Find both Lenin statues in Tamer. I guess I didn't do that. Own every American vehicle in the game. 91% done. Own every vehicle in the game. 87% done. Own every Russian vehicle in the game. I'm proud that this number is lower than my American one. That's good. And convoy, transport a winched vehicle with a broken engine from one map to another and put it into a garage. Never. Not once. I will never 100% these achievements. Smash 500 pumpkins. I've done 270. Cool. No, I haven't. 120, I guess. Own an Antarctic. This one would be nice to do at some point. I actually don't have any experience with that. But yeah. Maybe one day I will get to do some achievements as well. Not that interested. There's some of them that I just out of spite don't want to do, so then it's less satisfying to do the ones we have left. Like doing the P12 one, for example, I feel like we should do. But I never want to actually winch a vehicle from somewhere to anywhere else. No bueno. We move vehicles with the attachments that are intended for said use. Nothing else. Nothing else. And then that shit about driving a red truck somewhere? Absolutely not. If it ain't purple, you ain't driving it anywhere. Unless it's yellow and a heavy. Potentially white and a scout. Or maybe black and a support vehicle. And none of the trucks are red, after all. So, we don't do that. We don't do that. I have some standards, after all. All of mine are hunter green. Nice. At this, in the beginning, it was actually a way for me to keep track of each vehicle. Because I actually had a hard time of like, wait, what am I supposed to do with these vehicles? Like, what's the difference between the P12 and the Fleet Star? Does it matter? And then I was like, if I just color everyone that does like heavy shit yellow, I can just do that, right? Because the P16 is yellow, of course. So, might as well just use that. It'll be fine. It'll be fine. And then I like purple. So all of these tracks became purple. Initially, scouts were black. And then I realized that, oh wait, there is a class that is like a support sort of thing. So that one became black, and then scouts became white. Because white vehicles are so sexy if they could stay clean sometime every now and then. Looking damn good. Just white in general is just... looks so fresh. We're gonna park you here. And we're gonna bring Mr. Elefanti back so we can sell this trailer. Because we have bought the 8-slot trailer. They didn't give us one of those. My old scout was Hunter Green. So the instant I realized they put scouts in this game, Jedi Fleet Green was instituted. Nice. Nice. Yeah, this guy can actually move when you put the right gearbox on him. And it took me majority of this region to realize that, oh wait, I'm just using the wrong gearbox. You also save fuel with this gearbox, which is like awesome. I think the best with this truck is definitely the crane. I don't know if it's related to RoadCraft, but if it is, it might be the best thing to come to SnowRunner. It's a shame they didn't do it to all of the cranes, because this crane feels amazing to use compared to all of the other small cranes. For sure. This is like the first thing I noticed with this guy. I was actually kind of annoyed because I thought that it just didn't do anything to begin with. It's just very slow and underpowered, it felt like. But yeah, the crane is amazing. It seemed like this crane had a longer extension and had a higher weight limit. You don't say. It didn't seem like it. It has an insane weight lift capacity. I lifted oversized cargo with this guy. And you can lift that on a straight arm or more or less. And he just lifted straight up. It's actually insane. It feels like the RoadCraft cranes. because they are significantly stronger as well. Now they just need to add the anchors from RoadCraft, because the anchors in RoadCraft is amazing as well. Why can't you fucking turn sometimes? Give me chain tires, please. Yeah, the anchors in RoadCraft was really impressive, actually. The first time I popped that off and I saw the truck literally lift off the ground, I was like, oh, they know what they're doing with this game, huh? There you go. I don't know about the length, though. It might be longer. I haven't actually paid attention to that part. Size doesn't matter after all. Yeah, might be true. I think it reaches a little bit further on the trailers with the fuel on them. But that could also just be me feeling like it reaches further because it can lift at a further distance. Actually, not sure. Not sure. I don't know. Have they updated the sheet with that stuff? Maybe there isn't even a cargo cranes. No, there's just a mass of the cranes themselves. Yeah. But it is heavier than normal cranes as well, I guess. Not compared to some of them. Not the US crane. It's actually heavier. Weird. That kind of means that if you remove the crane, you remove a lot of the weight on the rear axles as well. So you might actually have better steering with this truck if you remove the crane. It might be the opposite to how Fleetstar works. Fleetstar actually have the crane help you get your front tires into the ground. Yeah. Because that's like 4 tons, right? And that's almost on top of the rear tires. And the rear tires already weigh... I think that frame piece is like 20-something tons. Or 14 tons, maybe. How heavy is the actual truck? Like 24 or 34 tons. I don't remember which. Elephant, you weigh... So 24 tons in the actual frame. So it's 10 tons up front and 14 tons in the back then. And then you add another 4 tons if you add a crane. So it makes it quite a significant difference actually. I haven't tried it though. It might be just bullshit. I don't know where the actual weight of the crane is. If the weight of the crane is like in front of it somehow, which I guess is possible. Then we're screwed, but might be worth the effort if someone is actually using this guy consistently. I won't be. I actually will leave this elephant in this region. Give you my fuel. And let's get LTI over here. I think we'll just go back. Yeah, we have plenty of fuel. We'll just go straight back. Last vehicle. Last one. First out and last in. Scouty Max Scout face over here. Yeah, let's tip you over in the middle of nowhere where we have nothing to winch to. I'm sure I'll be very happy about that. Scout 800 is your thing? I haven't used that since Michigan, to be honest. My Scout 800 is still stuck in Michigan, together with my P12. But he's not shamed in Michigan. He's just left there. I bought a load start too early, so Scout 800 just didn't get the shine that it needed. Only felt comfortable with it after the jack of all tires pack. Yeah, a lot of people have been saying that the 800 is way better now. I actually kind of enjoyed it beforehand as well, but mostly because it was silly. Dramatically with top heaviness. Yeah, it did have quite a bit before as well to just not use the roof rack. But that's kind of the main benefit of the 800, so I understand people don't really want to do that. These earth roamers are way better. These are like just on the edge of what I would like to use. Like if these were a little bit better, if they gave them like proper mud tires, for example, I think I would just not use them. It would be like the Tatooine for me. And also the fact that I keep forgetting that they have a radar. If I just constantly use the radar, I think I would just stop using it as well. But yeah, these are actually super strong. I kind of find it sad that they added the autonomous winch to both vehicles. I feel like that was a good balancing act for them. They could have probably just not given it to any of them, to be honest. But at least not giving it to one of them made sense. It'll be interesting to see what they'll do with coming vehicles in the next few seasons. If they will continue with the same kind of mindset as they have with the Mercer and the Elephant now, where vehicles are a little bit more kind of specified for what, or specialized for what they're supposed to do. I would like to see that, but I know the SnowRunner community is in love with everything that is comparable to the Mastodon, so I have low hopes. Do you think they'll do a year 5 after season 16? I think so. I think so. The question is if they do a year 6. I think it's too early to cancel year 5. Even if SnowRunner does really well. Or if RoadCraft does really well. The fact that they are positioning RoadCraft as a completely new game as well. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll not do it and they have been for years developing SnowRunner 2, but I don't think so either. I think we'll probably see year 5, maybe year 6, and then SnowRunner 2, potentially. Especially if RoadCraft does really well. I think it's significantly more likely that we get to see SnowRunner 2 as well. People seem to be of this idea that if a studio releases a game and that game does really well, it's less likely that they're gonna release new games afterwards. Like, no, it's obviously a bit the opposite. If they get an influx of money, they're gonna be more willing to develop games. Especially studios like Saber that already have multiple teams. You can't just all have them produce stuff for RoadCraft. Doesn't work. Doesn't work that way. So yeah, I think we're probably good for another year pass, probably 2. And then depending on how RoadCraft is doing, we might see SnowRunner 2 potentially. I have a feeling that was the plan with Expeditions as well. To release Expeditions as like a spin-off. And then if that took off, they could use that to finance a sequel to SnowRunner. The problem with the release schedule they have right now is that I can imagine it's probably quite hard to both work on content for SnowRunner and then work on a completely new game as well. I feel like they're fishing for a way to finance the production of another game. That does not include them having to develop for SnowRunner anymore. Ooh, how did I not pop a tire there? I don't know. Decent melancholic music right now, I have to say. Quebec is like, are you leaving me? Can you stay for a little while? Please? I'll be so lonely when you're gone. I also have roads that needs building. I'm sure you do, buddy. You're missing all of those cool tracked vehicles. Oh no, Keanu was stolen armored money truck. Yes, yes. It says service. So I took it. It's mine. I own it. Literally, I actually bought it. Like, it is mine. How's God doing? Good to see you. I do not speak enough French to understand what that means. Yeah, I don't know French. I can hear it in my head, but I cannot pronounce that. Au revoir? I don't know. I don't know. I didn't go to school. I didn't go to school. Please don't. How am I not taking any damage? The game is like, I know you're done with this region now, so how about we don't kill your truck? Like, you're gonna play SnowRunner tomorrow or play RoadCraft tomorrow. There is no damage in that game, so you might as well just kind of get used to it now. Took German in school, so that's about the extent of my French. Same here. Same here. And then I wasn't allowed to take German anymore because my English is apparently so bad. So I had to have extra English, which is cute. Okay. Very nice. Very nice. I'll put you into the garage. I'll bring my pina coladas. Put you into the garage, probably without anything on the back. And then I'm just gonna bring this guy in so we can reclaim a little bit of our money's worth. Like crane and this stuff. Arriva! Arriva! Now you sound Italian. Arriva! I think that's it. I think that's it. I guess I can sell that one. Shouldn't have done that. We should have sold the automatic instead. Multi-purpose is just for this truck, so it can be left. Julio. Well, that feels weird. We're actually done with like everything. SnowRunner is over again. Now I get to have separation on anxiety. Reva. Sure. Yeah. Whatever Gar said. That. That. Okay. The hell do we do now then? The hell did we do now then? I said I was gonna stream for 2 hours. Boy, am I good at estimating times. I'm actually a god at this, by the way. Like, really good. So I think I'm just gonna kind of wrap up a little bit here. I don't have too much else to do, I think. And it's nobody that's online that I can be raiding either. I figured I'll just... enough time to get through RoadCraft and onto Expedition Season 3, which will get cut short when SnowRunner Season 16 is done out. Yeah. I have not played Expeditions in years. It's been a long time. Probably not years, but months. I see someone already streaming RoadCraft on console. Yeah, there's everywhere. Like, I've been watching a lot of content in regards to RoadCraft, and avoiding spoilers is a nightmare right now. Like, everyone has access to it, seems like. Apparently, if you order it on console, they sent it out on Thursday, like last Thursday. So a lot of people got it during the weekend and just played all the weekend. And it's just content out everywhere now. Complete fuckfest. Complete fuckfest. I'm not grumpy though. I'm not gonna watch it, however. I wanna experience it myself. Normal console was 12:01 AM local time, where PC is Oh, really? There were like different release times for consoles? I didn't know that. I guess I should have known that because they had 2 different infographics. A lot of content creators have been up and running for a bit. Yeah, a lot of people have already finished the game, right? A lot of the reviewers and those people with that stuff, they've already finished their stuff. I'm just not a big enough content creator, I guess. Which is fine. But yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap up here. I need to go eat something. I haven't eaten yet. It's 8 p.m. right now, so thank you guys for hanging out. I'll be live tomorrow, probably around this time, somewhere around here, maybe a little bit earlier, but yeah, most likely around this time. Playing some RoadCraft. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna enjoy that for sure. Not even a little bit worried. Take care. Good night. See you tomorrow. Which button is it? That one.